Under sales here, we have 4 similar documents: quotation, sales order, delivery order, and invoice. So whenever you have created a delivery order, the system will deduct the stock. So once you have created a delivery order, you must also right-click and transfer it to invoice. So I'll start from quotation first. Let's say I click quotation. I click new. Let's say I'm quoting my client, Man Ki, for example. Let's say it's a quotation for iPhone. So over here, I can select the item which I'm selling. Let's say I'm quoting for 2 iPhones. So here's the discount column. If let's say you are providing discount on an amount basis, let's say if you would like to provide a 100 voucher discount. In this discount here, we key 100. But let's say your discount rate is on a percentage basis. We must key. Let's say it's a 5%, we key in 5. And we must end with percentage, 5%. Alright, so that's how we provide a discount. So next, let's say I'm also quoting for charges. 3 units. So once this quotation is done, I can click save. And that's it. So I can also click on preview to generate this quotation in PDF. So here we read the system's default quotation. So let's say once quotation is done, you can right-click, transfer to sales order. So here will be the system default sales order. So let's say this sales order is confirmed. You can just click save to save it. So you may also click on preview to generate this sales order in PDF. Alright, so when it comes to all these documents here, these are all our system's default document. The sales order, invoices, purchase order. So if you would like to customize this document, let's say, if you want to add your own terms and conditions, your own bank account number, you may let us know. After this training, my colleague will help you to amend your report design. Okay, or let's say you prefer to use back your existing format, invoice format, or quotation format. You can also send a draft of the sample to me, alright? My colleague or I will help to change the invoice format. So let's say once this quotation is confirmed, is done, you can right-click, transfer to delivery order. So over here will be the system's default, the system's delivery order. So let's say once it's confirmed, we just save it. And we can also click on preview to generate this delivery order format. Alright, so here will be the system's default delivery order form. So lastly, let's say the sales is finalized. You wanted to issue invoice, you may right-click, transfer to sales invoice. So here we need the sales invoice so we can save it. And now we may preview to select which invoice format you wanted to use. Alright, so here we read sales invoice format. Alright, so for e-invoice submission, let's say once you have created this invoice, you want to submit for e-invoice. You just click my invoice, click submit e-invoice, and that's it, alright? So because for this is a demo account, that's why they will prompt me this error message. Okay, so that's how we create a sales invoice. Alright, so over here, I will also provide a few examples. So let's say for a construction company, or some project-based company. So I will teach you on how to link your sales to a project. And also, for example, especially for construction and renovation company, your building might be on a progressive basis. Let's say you have a progressive building, for example. You may follow my following steps. Okay, over here I will create an example for progressive building and project. So let's say I'm a construction company. I start with quotation first. I click new. So say, whenever I want to tie my sales to a specific project. Once I have selected my customer code, I must also select the project code in this document project here. And also the item project here. I can click on column chooser. And I call up project. Alright, so down here. Description. Maybe I change it to quotation. For the construction of houses, for example, right? So down here, I just need to select the item I'm quoting. Alright, so for example, let's say, I do not wish to maintain this as an item. This description here, I can just key in construction fee. So after that project, I must also assign the project name. Let's say project ABC. So let's say the total project cost is $1 million. So over here, you can key up million. Alright, so as for construction company. So the title would be construction fee, but there might be a lot of associated terms and conditions and details. Description, in this case. I suggest that we can click on this column chooser. Again, we call out more description. Under more description here, we key in all the terms and conditions. Let's say we have some terms and conditions. Or let's say the estimated operation time. 3 months, for example. So once you've done keying on this, you can close this. And click yes to save changes. So once this quotation is done, you can save and send it as PDF, alright. But when it comes to this progressive billing, right? So usually we have different method to create invoices for progressive billing methods. So over here, I will create one of the most commonly used method. Alright, I will use one of the most commonly used method to create for this progressive billing. So let's say this quotation. 1 million is separated into 3 payments. The first payment will be 10% down payment. Another will be another 50%. And once the job is complete, there will be a final payment of the remaining 40%. So in this case, one of the way I suggest to create for this progressive building will be, once you have created this quotation here, you may copy down this quotation number. And now when you want to build for the first payment, you come to sales. And come to sales invoice. So basically it's just the same option there. We still can select sales invoice as a shortcut. So over here, I click new. Customers here, I will bill to Air Asia. Alright. So over here, I must recognize the quotation number. So I suggest that, maybe description here, I put 10% down payment. Refer to which creation. So down here, for whenever I'm creating this invoice, I must also select the project, if you want to link it to a project. And also the item project as well. So let's say, for example, description will be 10% down payment. So let's say it's 100,000. So in the pricing, I key in 100,000. So once this invoice is done, I just save it. So this will be my first payment. So when it comes to the second payment, alright, you can click new to create everything again. But over here, if let's say I suggest one of the shortcut will be, instead of clicking new, we come to this existing one. We come to this 10% down payment. And we click edit as new. Same as the stock group just now. So because once I click edit as new, everything will be duplicated into a new document. So over here, I just need to change the description. Let's say 50% payment. Description, I'll change it to 50%. Unique price will be 500,000, let's say. So over here, the project, item project, and the document project will be remain the same. So this will be my second payment. So once it's done, I just click save and that's it. So when it's time for me to collect my last payment, the final 14% payment, I can also right-click edit as new. But of course, when you're editing as new, you still need to make sure on some details, such as a date. So over here, let's say I put final payment. So let's see. Description is for final payment, which will be 400,000. So once it's done, I just click Save. And that's it. So now I click Browse. So if let's say, here are all your invoice listing. You only want to view for a specific group of invoices. Let's say, you want to view for a specific group of project only. Under Project column here, you click this More filter icon. And you select Only Project. So this, and watch this thing here. They will show everything related to this project. So over here, I will split my windows so we could see this original quotation I'm billing my client for 1.06 million. And the total sum of this project of these billings split them into 3 invoices. The total up will be 1.06 million. So this is one of the ways to do a progressive billings. Alright, so other than progressive billing, if let's say you are a firm providing service, let's say financial service or accounting services. In this case, maybe you can just straight away come to invoices here. You can click New to create an invoice. So the customer here, if we select which customer you are building, let's say Mankin, let's say description accounting fee, annual accounting fee. So this item here, it depends on whether if you want to maintain as an item or manually key in. So let's say I want to maintain as an item, then I just select accounting fee. Let's say 1 year is 3,000. Alright. Well, let's say there are some administration fee. So you can also click a new row. So if let's say for some fee, you do not want to maintain as an item code. So over here we can strip a week in under description. Let's say administration. So once we have done keying in, we just click Save. And that's it. So this will be the way on how to create different sales documents. Alright, so let's say once we have done creating all these sales documents, when the client, when your customer, they make payment, we can key in on the customer. Customer payment. So we just click New. Let's say we receive payment from customer code. Here, we can select which customer is paying. Let's say Mankin. And we receive in, let's say we receive in way back. So if let's say there's a 1 ringgit bank charges, between the bank charges, and also enter the paid amount. Let's say Mankin, he paid for 3,390. The paid amount here we can, 3,392 ranking, and we select which to knock off. So once the outstanding is 0, which means this entire invoice has been paid off, so we can click Save. And that's it. So that's how we create for sales documents and also customer payments. Thank you.